Australia exports more to the world than we import. Now, way back when, it used to be the other way around. This was, of course, called a trade deficit, when you import more than you export. But now we export more than we import. And this has been the case now for many years. Well, guess what? The number one export is at the moment when it comes to the world, when it comes to our natural resources. Dirty, evil, nasty, awful, terrible coal. And why does that matter? Because even the Queensland government recognises that this particular export to the rest of the world pays for everything we do here in Australia. You see, there's only so much you can get out of company tax. There's only so much you can get out of the GST. God forbid there's even so much you can get out of smokers and petrol cars. Instead, money comes off the resources sector. Now, in Queensland, despite the fact they promised they weren't going to increase taxes, they have increased taxes multiple times on the coal industry, and they are now, to cover their political backside, telling everyone the absolute inconvenient truth. That if you want the hospitals that don't really work, the police service that hopefully turns up, if you want an education system that means you can effectively send your kids to school for free, oh yeah, apart from the $1,000 you have to come up with, or send things like paper or toilet paper like they do in places like New South Wales, you can't do that unless you have government revenue. Now, nowhere in big green energy is there anything that will replace the revenue stream to state or federal government than the resources sector. In fact, there was a fascinating moment that Boris Johnson was confronted with while everything was crumbling around him last night in the UK. He was being asked about his pledge to ban the combustion engine, to effectively move everyone over to electric vehicles. And what would you do with the billions of pounds that the UK government gets from petrol taxes? I'll get back to you. Well, if you want to ban coal, Adam Bandt, where does the money come from? Because I know your theory is to just go after millionaires and billionaires, or maybe you could do what they do in Victoria or Queensland, which is to pretend that big business is defined by turnover, not by profit. But make no mistake, you ban this, you stop exporting this, you stop digging this up, there are giant black holes in every state and federal budget for as long as you and I will live.